going to show you today how I do exercises to relieve sciatica and lower back pain. Set your right foot down on the ground and bring the opposite foot up with your left leg. We're going to take that hip through the full range of dynamic motion. So we're going to press gently on that knee every time. So again, we're going through this 10 times. And throughout all these movements today, your range of motion may not be what mine is. So that's okay. Now hold and press. Feel that hip stretch. And on all these stretches, you take it to about 85%. So do it within your comfort, but instead it just has to feel like a good stretch for you. Don't overdo it. And it's very subjective for each one of us. I hold it for 15 seconds. So hold it for 15 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and done. Let's switch to the other leg. We're going to go through that dynamic range of motion 10 times. If there are any nerves or tendons that are stuck in your hip, this is a good one to loosen them up by doing the full range of motion 10 times, and keep this controlled and easy 10 times. Breathe deeply while doing it. Don't forget to breathe. Try to go a little further, but very gently. And let's do this hip stretch again for 15 seconds. And don't forget to keep breathing. Let's go. 3, 2, 1, and done. We're gonna do a similar position for the next one. So let's go back. Keep your right foot down and put your left leg up. You're going to reach through your legs, both hands wrapped around that knee. Now we're going to pull the knee in. So on this one, we're not going to be doing the dynamic range of movement. We're just pulling and holding for 15 seconds. You might be able to pull it all the way to your chest, or you might feel like it's too hard at the moment to do so. So please listen to your body. Don't push yourself too hard. Just take it easy and you'll get there. It's going to be different for all of us, and it all depends on your capabilities. And don't forget to keep breathing, keep pulling, and you will feel that stretch all through your hips and glutes. And now we're going to be working on the piriformis, which is also associated with the sciatic nerve pain. So we're going to target that one. In this exercise, we're going to kick our left leg over our right leg. We're going to grab the left knee with both hands, and we're going to take it through a dynamic range of motion. So we're pulling here the left leg towards the right shoulder. We're pulling it across, not just to the back, not just over, but rather across and out, up towards the shoulder area. And we're doing this 10 times through this range of motion. So we're having more stretch every time we work our way into it. And on the last one, we're gonna do a 15-second hold. This stretch is going to stretch all the way down your leg into the glutes, even a little bit into your back. And if you're feeling that this is what's happening, it means it's working. It's trying to loosen them up. So eventually, if we keep doing this routine, we're gonna start seeing good results. We hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Wonderful. And now we're gonna gently come back and we're gonna switch it up. We're gonna do the opposite side now with the left foot down and the right leg up across the left leg. So this right leg is pointed towards the left shoulder. And again, we might find that one of the legs is more flexible than the other side, which is totally normal. Sometimes we rely on one side more than another, and some sides are more flexible than other sides, so no worries about it. Just keep working on it, and we're gonna have better results with time. And it's gonna differ from one person to another. There's no specific rule. all depends on our activities, how strong we are, the muscles, everything that we do affects our flexibility and range of motion. So repeat it in a controlled way, and don't forget to keep breathing throughout the exercises. It's super important to keep breathing. And on the last one, pull back and hold for 15 seconds. And we're gonna feel that stretch again. We're gonna take that stretch to about 85% of what we're capable of doing. Let's not overdo it and injure ourselves. If we do it more than we're capable of, then we're gonna run the risk of developing scar tissues, and it's gonna hurt even more. So try to have a balance and just hold. 3, 2, 1. Excellent. And now we're gonna move into a 90-90 position. So because both knees are perpendicular, they're at 90-degree angle. So this is why we're calling this position the 90-90 position. You can take it further and bring it into a pigeon position, but this time I'm going to keep it here in the 90-90 position, and I'm going to bend forward to have a harder modification. And I'm using my forearms for support. Let's go 3, 2, 1. Wonderful. Now we're going to hit the opposite side and sit in a 90-90 position. And again, from here, I'm gonna rest my forearms on the ground to support me as I bend forward. And if you can't bend forward and rest on your forearms, the 90-90 position is sufficient to give you some stretching. This is a good exercise for hip stretch. Let's go. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Excellent work. Now we're gonna move into a different position. Moving to our next position, we're gonna go to our backs and we're gonna do a supine butterfly. So lie on your backs, put your feet together, and try to get your best to get your feet closer to your body. Do the best you can to bring them closer to your body. And now we're gonna go through the full range of butterfly motion by opening up and closing our legs while keeping our feet together for 10 times in a controlled way. And don't forget to keep breathing throughout the process, and try to get your knees a little further every single time you try it. Don't push yourself too hard. Just keep doing it in a controlled way. Consistency is key. It's a major stretch, and just keep holding it static. And on the last one, we're driving our knees to the floor. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. It's hard to show you on camera exactly what I'm doing, but imagine that you're trying to reduce and eliminate any space that you have between your back and the floor. So there shouldn't be any space between the back and the floor. So it has to be one with the floor. So keep your pelvic bones pushed through the ground and keep your lower flat back flat on the ground. So straight down with the pelvic bones. This will help us engage our core, so don't allow your lower back to curve. Awesome, so let's hold this for 5 more seconds. Keep pressing through straight down into the ground. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Awesome. And now you can relax. Shake it out. And next we're gonna move into an iso hip up. Bring your feet close to your glutes and your feet remain flat on the ground. And let's press up, drive up off your heels. And ideally we wanna make a straight line from our knees to our shoulders so we get those glutes up. We don't want to hyperextend, but at the same time we don't want our butt to sag, so let's keep them into a straight line. Let's focus on our hamstrings, glutes, and our abs, and hold. And if you can't quite get up, as I'm doing here, as high as I can, it's okay. All of us are gonna be different, and we all have to start somewhere. And let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. And now slowly go back down. Easily. Okay, gently. Don't put yourself like all of a sudden down. Just slowly in a controlled manner. And now the next position, we're gonna put our arms to the sides and we're gonna bring our knees up to a 90-degree angle. And we're gonna do a lying leg twist stretch. We're going to twist our knees all the way down to a 90-degree angle where our legs around the ground. Or for another variation, you can keep them at a 45-degree angle above the ground, halfway between the ground and an upright position for the legs. And it's super important to keep our backs flat on the ground for us to have a successful exercise. But if you don't feel comfortable coming all the way to a 90-degree angle and placing your legs on the ground while you have your back flat, then you can do the variation of having the legs at a 45-degree angle. You choose whatever angle works best for you today, whether it's a 90-degree angle where the legs are touching the ground or a 45-degree angle where they're halfway there. Don't push yourself too hard. Just take it easy on yourself. Try your best to keep your shoulder blades on the ground so that you get a good stretch. And you should be feeling a tension, a stretch when you're doing the 90-degree angle with your legs on the ground. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Excellent. And on the next exercise, you're gonna straighten your legs out. We're gonna bring both knees into our chest. And how far we can get towards our chest, it all depends on how flexible we are, the pain level that we are facing, just a lot of factors. So take it easy again and just try to do it to a point where you feel comfortable, not to a point where you feel pain. Let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. And now lower your legs back down. Take a second to stretch it out. And next we're going to do one leg at a time. So go ahead and bring one knee up and try your best to keep the other leg on the ground. So even if it wants to come up on you, try to keep it down on the ground, flat. And draw the knee towards your shoulder to the point that you feel comfortable getting your back from all angles today. Whether you have a sciatica or loosen it up, whatever it may be that's ailing you, we're going to try to relieve it. In 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Let's switch it up to the opposite side and pull that knee in towards the shoulder. Keep the opposite leg on the ground. Try to keep it flat, touching the ground. And don't forget to keep breathing. Hold and breathe. It takes a lot of effort to do something about it, especially when you don't have a routine set up and you're not used to exercising all the time, especially after an injury, after a long pandemic, just having a busy modern life, a lot of challenges. And then for the next exercise, we're doing a one leg raise. So go ahead and raise one leg straight. Try to keep it with no bend in that knee, like stout to the side, and just pull back as far as you can on your own, whether it's closer to the ground or straight up or closer to the chest. It does not matter. Like I mentioned before, it all depends on what you're capable of doing at the moment, and never compare yourself with people you're seeing in the video. Just try to do your best. So keep your legs straight and pull, and now slowly return back to the ground. And now we're gonna do the opposite leg up. Try to keep the leg nice and straight. Kudos to you for making an effort and trying to do something about your pain and your sciatica. So you're doing wonderful and you're on the right track. So keep it up, and every time you come back, try to do it a little bit more and further. You'll get a little bit better at this one. Again, just make this routine your own. And now slowly return back to the ground. And for the next exercise, we're gonna do a knee to the side stretch to bring one knee up. We're gonna use our hand up gently to pull it over to the side. So for this one, you're going to decide what's right for you depending on your comfort level. And it might be enough of a stretch, or you might want to do further. You might be able to pull it all the way down, but either way, so don't curl and twist with it. But instead, keep the shoulder blades on the ground that allow you to get that stretch in your back. And slowly return your leg. And let's do the opposite side right now. So don't forget to keep breathing and stretch. Pull across and keep these shoulder blades flat on the ground to get the best stretch possible. Good job, you're doing wonderful. And it's going to be 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Wonderful. Thank you so much, guys, for watching this yoga video with me and practicing and trying to take care of your body and your health. It's very important to practice self-love, and the first step to practice self-love is through self-care, by taking care of our health, because this is the only body that we have where we will be living from the moment we are born until the moment we die. You can do a lot of exercises on your own at home. Do it slowly, start gradually, don't push yourself too hard because you'll injure yourself and you will feel further pain. This will be the first video in my health series, self-care series. I hope you enjoy it. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you later in my next video. Namaste.